Welcome everybody. Welcome to my channel. This is Q with Mixherbs.com, and I got a particular topic I want to talk about. About emotions and anger and all that, and we're gonna dive in. I'm gonna share this topic with you and give my insight on the topic. Hit that like button, subscribe to my channel. Put in some comments and let me know, share what you think about this video once I get done. And we're going to talk about this particular topic today. This topic is about how not to get angry and upset with people, or in general, just not to be an angry person, how to always keep your cool. That's the thing that we kind of plague with in this society. Anger issues run deep. Whether you're angry with based on something that happened in your childhood with your parents, whether you're angry with society, where you're angry with how someone just did you wrong. When it comes to anger, it's one of those emotions that kind of creep up on you. It's kind of like if you don't express it, it becomes suppressed, and it just come out at one of those moments that you get triggered. And anger can linger on for years and years and years, and you can really have a lot of what you call a hatred and want to get revenge for somebody. And it's just one of those emotions that you really have to see how you can not struggle from, because anger is tied with the in traditional Chinese medicine teaches you that anger is tied to the liver. It's governed by the liver, so it can really do damage as far as your health concerned if you are an angry person. So I'm gonna shed some light on how to get that peace and not be angry. So when it comes to anger, you got to realize that it's all within. You know, Nobody can really make you angry unless you allow them to make you angry. So when you're looking at a situation, let's say that you was a child and your mom or dad was never there for you, and then you get up in age and you harboring this anger that you have, or this resentment for your mom or your dad, or it says your dad is never been there for you, and you never really got over it because it's kind of like, he never was at your games. He, pretty much disowned you. And then, when you're upbringing, and he never really was there for you, and now that you're old, you don't really want to have nothing to do with him, and that still eats at you. So you gotta come in peace with that. And how to come in peace with that is you gotta realize what put your put your self in their shoes, what they're maybe been going through, or why you think that your father or mother abandoned you. And once you look at their situation and you see what they struggle from or what they may have went through, it kind of gives you an inner peace that, you know, you don't take it personal. That's what happens when it comes to anger. We kind of take stuff personal, and sometimes it's just how the cards was laid, and that's how things happen. And you got to look at the lesson that you learned from those situations, because everything is a lesson to be learned. You learn from everything, whether it's good or whether it's bad. But to have truly inner peace and not to move forward is you have to just let that situation go and just move forward, and just not put your focus on what somebody else did, but you can only control yourself. You can't really go in and say, this person did this to me because of this, they did this. You can just be making this all up, in your head, saying this is why they did such and such, and this is why they did, and they may have not done it like that. So you got to really just look at their life and just say, hey, what decisions you would have made based on if you was going through the things that they went through. You might have made a whole nother decision, and you just got to say, hey, they just made the decision based on what they was going through, and that's the decision they made. And now I'm gonna move forward with what I'm in my situation, and I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna make my decisions based on a situation that I have, and you just learn from it. And you can have inner peace and feel better about yourself in a situation like that, and not let that eat you away, because if you don't, health wise, it will take a toll on you, and you will be suffering from more than that anger. You'll be suffering from health issues due to that anger. And so going forward, how you not to let someone make you angry or upset. And let's just say that you at a place and somebody does you wrong. Let's say you just went out and you just somebody skip you in line at a restaurant or something like that, a fast food restaurant, while you're in line, or somebody cut you off while you driving, and you just get upset and emotional, and you become an emotional wreck. But the inner peace is all within. Everything is within. Even though somebody cut you off, or somebody made a got in front of you in line, you got to look at the severity of it. You got to like say, hey, what have I lost? This person just skipped me in line and somebody cut you off. You got to look at what triggered you to be so angry at that situation. Was it because this person didn't have no regard that you was there? Was it because if the person cut you off in a car, they didn't see you, or they just were being spiteful? Anything could be the issue or why somebody did something, but you yourself should look at why you got mad, so upset with this incident, even though it wasn't that major. It was just, it happened, and it just happened. It's one of those things. You got to look at life as everything is a lesson to be learned. And if you don't like nobody cutting you off or doing that, then you look at how you can maybe respond differently to keep someone from doing that. And then look at why it triggered you to be angry. So that is one of the tools that you can use to not get upset and angry going forward in the future, is to always look at what deeply triggered you to be angry based on what somebody did. Because, like, some people get angry for a little or nothing. And so, and if you one of those people, you got to wonder, say, why am I getting so angry at this one particular incident? And then you can do those type of exercises. And then as time goes on, you can pinpoint what your triggers are, and then deal with that internally, and then move forward. And certain things just won't even bother you anymore. You'll be like, your life's so good, everything's going good, and nothing triggering you. People can do almost anything, and you still there like, man, you ain't upset. You used to be upset, and you be like, nah, man, it wasn't nothing off my back. I'm still rolling. I'm still pushing forward. You in a better space where little things don't anger you like that, because you're inner you done did the work internally, where it just don't have an effect. The outside external doesn't have the same effect on you when you have peace internally. And that's what you really have to focus on, is that internal peace. Once you have internal peace, external issues just don't even look the same anymore. And I can also share some light on herbs that can help on that too, that helps you to get rid of, to help with your anger issues. And you should take things like what they call it, nervine herbs, things like what is it? I would say kava kava, but that one's kind of controversial. But it's a good herb to help with anger issues. Then you can take stuff like valerian root. Valerian root is a very good herb, and passion flower stuff, and herbs of that nature is ones that are. And then you can also, to keep that liver in good shape, is milk thistle. You take some of those herbs and you can see, and then do some of the internal work. Hey, you won't be suffering from anger no more. You'll be like joyful, a whole nother person, and people will be wondering what happened. So share some of your thoughts on this, and that I shared about getting over some of those anger issues and moving forward so you can have that inner peace. This is Q with Mixherbs.com. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Peace.